let's get into the Hunter Biden files, and we're gonna start off light. We're gonna start off
light on that booger sugar.
Yeah, we'll start off. We'll start off light. So let's start with the story about him finally recognizing his 7th grandchild. So, and then this will lead us into Hunter because this involves Hunter. So let's get into that story. And here is a news cast about it, and let's listen.
For the first time, the president and first lady are publicly acknowledging they have a 7th grandchild, a 4-year-old girl named Navy, who their son Hunter fathered out of wedlock as he battled drug addiction. The child, up until now, not recognized by the president.
I have 6 grandchildren.
The move comes 1 month after Navy's mother, Lunden Roberts, a former exotic dancer, settled a paternity and child support dispute.
Why do they have to... It's like what they do with Robert F. Kennedy, anti-vaxxer. It doesn't matter what they're talking about. Anti-vaxxer is attached to his name. Why does, what did they say? Former
exotic dancer.
Exotic dancer. Is that the word they use? Yeah. So, like, why does that, like, she's not doing that now. So why is it attached for anything? The rest of her life is former of this, but what is she currently?
Because it grabs the headlines. It's show running 101. Grab the headlines. Oh, Hunter Biden out of wedlock had an affair with a stripper, exotic dancer, and oh my God, he's living life to the edge. But hey, does anyone remember the fact that Hunter Biden also was having extramarital affairs with Bo Biden's wife too? Does everyone remember that? And how there's also her calling him on the phone. You're doing drugs again, aren't you? Like, come on, like, ladies, listen. Biden doesn't like any of you, and no, like, again, to the mother of this kid, do you really want to be associated with those people? Because you really don't. And Hunter's not a good person. Okay, you have a chance to walk away. Don't be attached to those people because it's going to bring nothing but misery. It's just, I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's no happy storybook ending here. And plus, think what this child has to deal with too. You know, she's the 7th grandchild, and now she's finally recognized by her parent or by her grandparents. Yeah. One of which being Joe Biden, which is the last person I let a kid near, anyways. I mean, come on.
Dispute with Hunter in Arkansas. The first couple releasing a statement Friday saying, quote, "Our son Hunter and Navy's mother Lunden are working together to foster a relationship that is in the best interests of their daughter," adding, "This is not a political issue. It's a family matter." But it's already become political, as the White House avoided the topic for months.
Does the president acknowledge this little girl as his granddaughter? I don't have anything to share from here.
Republicans seized on the silence.
Why don't you spend some time with your granddaughter in Arkansas?
How many grandchildren do you have?
Using this and Hunter Biden's unraveling legal woes as political ammunition against the president. Hunter in ongoing legal trouble after his plea deal to federal tax charges fell apart this week when a Trump-appointed Delaware judge raised questions about its terms. The president's commitment to family is central to his public persona. His grandchildren often appearing with him at campaign events and official trips around the world. Hunter's eldest, Naomi, was married at the White House, and his youngest, Bo, has tagged along to Camp David.
I'm crazy about them.
The president and first lady saying they want what's best for all of their grandchildren, including privacy for their newest one, Navy.
And Ali Rafa is with the president in Delaware tonight. Ali, why did the president decide to acknowledge this grandchild now?
Yeah, well, a source familiar with the situation tells us that the president has avoided weighing in until now to give his son and Navy's mother the time and space needed to navigate this. Jose?
Wow, that's all. You see how they cover these things with Joe Biden. Now, that was a 2-minute, 20-minute, 2.5-minute video. Now, if that was about Don Jr., that would be about a 14-minute segment.
No, that's an hour-long Dateline MSNBC CNN special.
A special, that is correct. Go ahead.
And watch, it'll be like dramatic music. Dun, 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 dun. Donald Trump Jr. had an extramarital affair and for 2 years hid a grandchild from his father. Here, the stunning and brave story of the woman caught in the middle. I have to protect my child. And it'll be all this dramatic music and flashbacks and all this other stuff. I could just see CNN or MSNBC doing some good big old showboat kind of thing. That's what they'd probably be doing. And here's the thing. I feel sorry for the kid because now she's out there in the public. But again, to the mother, you know, in the off chance she ever sees this video, you don't want to be associated with those Bidens. You don't want to be associated with those people. No, you don't. Did anyone tell you how scummy they are? You know,
I think she probably has gotten a hint by now. But here's a second video on the topic, and let's listen.
In Arkansas, Hunter Biden, President Biden's son, appeared before a judge today. He is seeking to reduce the child support payments that he had previously agreed to in a settlement, payments for his 4-year-old daughter, Navy, whom he has never met, and whom the Biden White House, as far as we can tell, has yet to publicly acknowledge. Biden's lawyer claims he is paying the child's mother $20,000 a month, totaling more than $750,000 so far. And as CNN's Sarah Murray reports, the judge ordered Hunter Biden to provide additional answers today about his finances.
The president's son appearing in an Arkansas courtroom today.
Hey, can you pause it for a second?
Dispute. After
Hunter Biden, you come from an educated family. You come from a high upbringing. Did the old man ever tell you just to wrap it up? Because my God, it's going to come back to haunt you. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. You come from that social elite and you're just, I mean, did you not think that maybe you'd be caught in a trap? Just, again, Hunter, think with your brain up here. Think with your head up here.
I see Hunter Biden as the spitting image of Joe Biden if Joe Biden lost his first election. If he lost it and he never became a congressman, this is the life of Joe Biden. To me, they are more similar. Bo was the outlier. Like Bo was like this. They are similar. These two.
I have my theory about Bo Biden. So I think I might have shared it on one of the post-Duopoly shows. But you know, I always felt like Bo Biden was the guy who was really supposed to be running the operations because he wanted to protect his dad. Again, not defending the Bidens, but it seems like he understood how corrupt Biden's brother was and how much of a jagoff Hunter was. And of course, when Bo was dying of cancer, remember his final words to his father were, "Are you going to be okay? Are you going to be okay?" Because I'm pretty sure Bo saw like, oh no, it's all going to fall apart. Of course, again, it's, you know, they're trying to create a criminal little empire, and Bo was probably the more level-headed of all of them. And with his decline and eventual, you know, leaving the mortal world, this is the next captain of the ship. Of course, the Biden dynasty is going to fall under. Of course, it's going to sink to the bottom of the ocean. It just, again, just a theory. I'm probably wrong on it. Maybe some things I'm missing out of, you know, but just something to really bring up. Because again, I'm glad you brought up that point about Bo Biden.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I don't know if it's plausible. It could be plausible that he, I guess, if it just wrapped up about this child support, and I guess this could be a reason why. No, that couldn't be a reason why, because like the newscast said, they had agreed to terms for child support. So he had agreed. That means that's an acknowledgement, or they proved by DNA that it's his child, and he hasn't seen the child. Now this is such a display of privilege, but I think everybody knows that. Let me bring this down. I'll just read a couple of bits from this headline, and then we're going to move to the second part of this story in the Hunter files, and we're going to move into the plea deal that collapsed. But before we do that,
I gotta laugh at that because he's probably panicking. He, you know, again, the system isn't working for him, so I'm kind of eating it up.
Yeah, me too. Here's the headline on Politico. Biden publicly recognizes grandchild Hunter's 4-year-old daughter for first time. Do I have this article up more than once? No, I have it up once. And I'll read a little bit but I'll skip past the part that we've already, like this statement we've already saw in the video. So let's skip to the next part. As someone who frequently talks to his close-knit extended family, Biden has been under scrutiny for failing to publicly acknowledge the girl. Since becoming president, he and Jill Biden often refer to their 6 grandchildren, but have never mentioned Hunter Biden's child from his affair with Lunden. Now, let me pause here. He had an affair when he was married, or was it the affair he had with Bo's wife, and it was an affair on his first husband? An affair of an affair? Like, what are they referring to?
Well, you know, the thing is, I think like any affair really matters. I mean, like, again, it's just God, what a scummy family, what a scummy individual Hunter Biden is. Like, I would never trust him around any of my significant others or family members or property. I mean, again, the guy's got a lot of issues and he's a loose cannon, which is, again, I got to quote my grandpa on this one. No one can do you in like you can do yourself in. You are your own worst enemy. And Hunter is his own worst enemy. And I've known people who struggled with addiction. And the difference between Hunter and the people I've known is that at least they're taking the effort to get themselves cleaned up and deal with their problem.
Yes.
Hunter, I think he regrets being born. If anything, if I have to give an analysis of him, again, I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but I think I don't think he's happy. I don't think he's happy ever being born. I think he regrets his life. That's how he comes off of.
I wonder if there's a statistic that talks about the success rate of people getting over drugs when they are rich versus when they are poor, because he has money. That is how you can be able to provide, you know, stay out of jail, one, because you're just able to buy and not have to steal nothing or do anything illegal. But going to jail sometimes is how some people get clean.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
no, I hear you.
It almost like enables you to keep relapsing. But let's continue with the article. In 2019, Roberts filed a lawsuit against Hunter, who was determined to be the father of his child through DNA testing. Now, I wonder if she filed it in 2019 because this is when she saw that Biden's father was running for president. I wonder if there's a connection there, or if it just happenstance. Roberts and her daughter lives in Arkansas, where Navy has grown up. Navy is the name of the daughter. The public acknowledgement comes shortly after the bitter child support and paternity issues were resolved. As grandparents, Biden and the First Lady were following Hunter's lead during the proceedings, according to a source familiar with the situation, granted anonymity to discuss a sensitive situation. I'm going to stop there. So they're basically saying, you know, they weren't going to step ahead of Hunter in claiming this child if he wasn't the one. But if he's paying child support, I think that's him claiming it. And even if he's not claiming it, the DNA test proved it. So, you know, either way it goes. But we're going to slide from here into the next story of the Hunter Biden saga. And that is, what did I say it was? Hunter Biden plea deal. Let's cover that first because it's some interesting clips I want to play and get your reaction. Plea deal. Hunter Biden plea deal. All right.
It's just the fact that there is so much that can be used against the Bidens. And I remember warning about this in 2020 that Biden is riddled with corruption. And this is before the Hunter Biden stuff broke out. But I made some announcements on my show, especially with my co-host Daniel. We both said the same thing. Like Biden himself has a treasure trove of political scandals that are flying around him, that Bernie Sanders can capitalize on, that even Trump could capitalize on. And I was surprised by the lackluster attempt, even on Trump's part, to go after him hard in 2020. I mean, the fact that, you know, this is all out here now. It is inexcusable for anyone, be it independent, be it, yes, even Dr. Cornelius, you got to hit hard. Libertarians hit hard, and Republicans. It's all right there in front of you. It's click, copy, paste, and use it for your speeches. There's so much solid evidence to discredit this administration. It is pathetic. I've never seen such a weak administration so open for attacks, especially on its credibility. So I do hope to be somewhat entertained for the election cycle, at least that to see.
Yeah, I think I will. I think we all will, or at least those of us who are post duopoly will see. You know, we kind of look at electoral politics as a joke, so it'll be quite funny and entertaining.
I'm getting the popcorn. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man.